All right, back again, Luke here. And today, what I wanted to do is share with you something kind of neat that just showed up on my doorstep. Unfortunately, this is something that Customs has had their way with, and I've removed it from the package already. But it's none other than this. This is a neat little package here. It says, "Happy Christmas, Luke. All the best for 2025 from the Andy Geezer," or Andy Geezer, or Andy. He has a few different aliases he goes by. But for those of you who don't know who Andy is, he is one of those guys who's been around for years, doing arcade amusements, repairs, services, all sorts of arcade-related things. And he's been a huge member of the community when it comes to releasing prototype games or games that people have never seen before. I've known Andy for over a decade, and he is one of the most knowledgeable and very, very helpful people I've ever met. He's helped me out on a lot of different arcade boards, from my Ring Edge to my Sega Naomi stuff to just regular PCBs in general. And he doesn't really, he's, what can I say? He's always there when you have a question, and he doesn't really mind when you ask him. He's like very helpful. He doesn't like snap back and, "Oh, well, I don't have time for this." He's just really he's always there. So I've really appreciated that. And recently we've been talking about an arcade board that I had. It was actually a Ring Edge, and I was telling him about how I bought it online, and I bought it as a bootleg, and I just wanted to play the game, so I thought it was an okay deal. But then the game started acting up recently, and it's basically to a point where it locks up, and I can't play it. So I said, if you ever come across this game, let me know, and I'll be happy to pick it up off you. I don't know if this is that game or not, but if it is, this is like one of the best Christmas presents ever. So we'll go ahead and we'll open this thing up here. Like I said, this thing is already something where I'm sure Customs has taken and abused it a little bit here. But we have our Ring Edge security dongle here, and we have a SSD, it looks like, and these are both original. You can kind of see there. And today we're going to try to pop this thing in there and check some of that. And I'm sure you guys will be able to see what this is by the... Oh, this one wasn't opened. Okay, that's nice. By the title here. But, to not surprise you too much, it is the dongle for Transformers, I believe. We will find out, but this is supposed to be the dongle and the drive for Transformers, which, if it is, I'm completely gobsmacked. I'd be blown away. But I'll show you what my original board is doing here. I'll try and get it wired up so you can see it, and then we'll try and test that against this one and see what that does. So I'll be back here after I get this thing wired up, and we'll pop that in and check some of that. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got my bootleg copy all wired up and ready to test. So let's pop this on here and check some of that. This thing is probably going to take a bit of time to fire up. It's one of those systems that does take a long time to turn on, so... I apologize, I'm suffering from a bit of a head cold here, so if I sound a little bit droggy or out of it, this is the main reason why. This must be the season. But... So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time for this to boot up, but if this is the game that Andy actually sent to me, I'm going to be really, really impressed. Like, blown away, actually. He said that he wanted to see what my board was doing, so I figured I'll let him see it, I'll let you all see what it's doing as well. I really wanted to make a video on this game a long time ago, but unfortunately, just the way that the board was acting, I could never get it to properly, fully play and make a video without it crashing. So I kind of put it aside and thought maybe someday we'll be able to do a gameplay video on it, and hopefully we'll be able to do that maybe sometime soon. We're gonna have to probably double check everything, make sure things are working properly before we put up a vid on it. But this will take maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes or so to start up. Notorious for taking a long time to boot once they check the program. But these newer game PCs, they're just amazing to look at. Got awesome visuals, just really tight controls, but one small blip on the old SSD and it's done for. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. I know that the system initializing process, it'll sit here for a little bit. And when it finally decides it wants to boot, it will boot. That could be partially due to it being a bootleg, I'm not sure, but I do know that some of these old Sega Lindberghs and the Ring Edge, Ring Wide, they all do take quite a bit of time for them to initialize. So we shall see. I hope it still boots. It's been kind of sitting up on a shelf for a while. And the last time I plugged it in, it really crawled. The intro movie was quite slow as well. But I think you could play maybe up to, I want to say like the first opening scene in the game, and then it would slowly just freeze. And if you let it sit there, it would speed up again, and then it would freeze. So I'm almost half tempted. Maybe I should cut this part out. Guys are like, I'm just looking at a blank screen here. But this is what the boards do. They do take quite some time to boot. I'm not sure if it takes too long. I will cut this part out, but at least gives you an idea on how long it takes for the system to start up. Definitely has to check a bunch of different things before it decides it's ready to go. And hopefully everyone's having a good evening, morning, afternoon, as usual. Gotta kick him back and watching some of these crazy videos. These unedited pieces of work, as one may call them. I don't know. Come on, board. You can do it. You can do it. The beauty of YouTube is that you can always scroll through this section and jump into the part where you see the introduction start up, which may be, I don't know, it's already been like, is it 5 minutes? Jeez. Thought this would take a little bit less than that, but come on, you can do it. It's kind of like when you buy a game for an Xbox or a PlayStation or so, and you're like, yeah, I can't wait to play it. And you put it in the system, and it says, your disc is now being copied over to the hard drive. And you're like, no! About 25 minutes later, you can finally start the game, and when you go to start it up, it says, an update is necessary. If this, for any reason, doesn't go past this, then I know that the SSD on it is just toast. Because normally it will boot after a while. But 6 minutes of just waiting here. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Finally. Alright, so I'll show you what the intro's doing. You'll be able to tell right away. You should be able to tell. There we go. There's our first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Just constant lock-up action. Keeps locking up. So this is the main reason why I could never make a video on this game here. Because it just does not hold up here. So... during this part here, if you're actually playing the game, it will actually just come to a complete dead stop. This here, it's still pretty bad. You can see how choppy it is, but... I should turn the volume up so you guys can hear this thing just skipping. Like, the volume is also horrible. Absolutely beautiful game. Just does not work. So, yeah. And I don't even think I have the coins hooked up here for the insert coin on it, unfortunately. Yeah, so I think that's where we're just going to leave it on this one. But as you can see, it is choppy. And there's the music for it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this off and we are going to put in the real game with the key chip, and we'll see how that works. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to play this game again, finally, and do away with this bootleg trash that just does not work. Really bad, like super slow motion. Alright, so I'm going to get on this and I'll see you here in a little bit. Alright, so as you can see here, we've got our board all plugged in, got everything kind of turned on. Well, we've got stuff falling everywhere. Go ahead and see what we get this time. Hopefully this will start up. Alright. So rebooting. Okay. Not sure what's going on here. Come on board, work out your issues. Hopefully this isn't the board itself. Hopefully it's like trying to... Alright, there we go. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. If I release image, mount application, game ready. Okay, this is what it did last time. I don't know. Maybe, is that fast? No, it didn't seem faster. Maybe that's the same amount of time it took last time. Let's see how this works here. Hopefully we don't have to cut this one out. Hopefully it doesn't take like 6 minutes like the last one, although it might. It might just take 6 minutes. Oh, wow. No, that's a lot faster. Oh, and it is. You can tell by this text, this has to be it. Oh my gosh, is this it? Andy, did you hook me up with this? Oh my gosh, it is. It's the game. Wow, and it's playing normal speed. Oh man, this is awesome. Wow. This is so cool. It's actually playing at full speed.
Sam! Sam! You are their target.
No, it stole the device! So this is the cause of the earthquake.
Very soon, our time will come.
Enemies are in the area! Requesting out of our now! We have more battles to fight. Let's go.
The whole city is burning.
We are the last hope.
We're really in trouble!
This will destroy the whole planet.
Megatron, I will not let this happen.
Oh, this is
He
awesome.
has been terminated.
This has never run this smoothly, ever. This is so cool. Well, that's what it was. It was that just junk SSD bootleg garbage, and now this thing is back to a playable game. Wow. Well, like I said, I don't have the coin in or anything kind of hooked up with this right now, but as you can see, guys, this thing is it's running smooth. Oh, this is so cool. Well, I just have to say a huge thank you to Andy Geezer. Thank you so much for this awesome Christmas present here. And I am definitely going to get a video here made up. Look at how smooth this is running. Wow. Simply amazing. I mean, I know it should be something that's just, you know, obvious here that it should be running this smooth, but I don't think the one that I've had has ever run this smooth. There's always been some choppiness to it, but this is too cool. So, nevertheless, thanks for sitting through this here. I know it's been a little bit of a long video, but just wanted to share with you a little bit of a look at this awesome Christmas present from Andy. And we will definitely get this thing wired up and ready to play. And we'll be doing some gameplay video on it here soon. But thanks again for watching. And like always, I'll put up another video here soon. So we'll see you then. Too cool.